I am filming. Good morning. Good morning. I am filming this intro before I start. Do you hear the fear in my voice? I am taking a day from the Black Lives Matter ladies. I have the stuff to do. I picked out 3 more. I have the pictures I printed already to do 3 more. And I was doing some stuff, just playing and getting my altered book a little bit prepared as far as ripping pages out, gluing others together in advance, because I'm rapidly getting the lumpy left in that book, which, is, I guess, the ultimate goal, because it has to be finished and it'll be lumpy. And I came across, I tore out one of these from the actual book. This page, it's a gallery of memories. And I'm like, well, shoot. My memories during COVID. Who helped me through COVID? Well, Tula Pink. She is a fabric designer for Free Spirit, and she has a pattern on Free Spirit that is my next quilt. I like her for she bold, bright colors. Plus, she likes the old traditional patterns, which is what I do, just updating the colors. A certain lady in a certain Southern Hemisphere country who dances every night in her way of thanking the medical world for their help during this horrible pandemic. So I have drawn an outline of feet and her dancing. Amy Tangerine, just because Amy Tangerine helps with everything in my world, in my heart. I do miss her old time videos of her journaling a lot, and she has commented on that recently. And I'm not a planner person, but I take her aesthetics from her planner and use it in my Hobonichi or whatever. And she does after the fact journaling for her planner. And that's kind of what a Hobonichi is to me. So I'm the word planner doesn't inhibit me from doing what I want to do. So I have a tangerine shape with a little tiny baby in the tummy. And then Diane Reevely and Dina Wakely. In the beginning of the lockdown, they were able to do videos almost every day. Now, they get paid for these videos, these classes that they teach, I'm sure nicely. And to do that for us, even though it was part of their marketing and everything else for Ranger and da-da-da-da-da, I really loved those videos every day. Diane Reevely is still doing some on her daily, what does she call it? Diary thing. Sorry. When she can. And I get it. Life, I get it. To film every day is not easy. I don't have a life, pretty much. So this is what I love to do. So I have these 2 ladies. This is going to be a long video. I'm going to stop talking so that I can fast forward this and condense this time frame. Okay, so I'm out of my comfort zone. Somehow, after documenting all these ladies, they're going to end up in a big spread here. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if it's going to be bright. I'm assuming it is because it's mine. I don't know what way it's going to go. Are these all the people that I attribute my survival through COVID and the current 6 months of this calendar year? No, but these are a good chunk of them. So, with that being said, here we go. I'm going to bring in old stuff, new stuff, collage, paint. It's going to be a real mixed media conclusion. I don't know if I'm going to like it. And I think that's the challenge to myself in saying this ahead of time. I could have filmed the intro afterwards and said, oh, look what I did. I love it. I don't know if I'm going to love it. Here we go. Stop talking, Beth. Here we go. So I'm not going to talk about how I'm going through each step because, it's quite simple and rudimentary. And I'm just applying washi tape, applying glue, matte medium, paint, cutting out shapes. not all in that order. um, but I did want to address the fact that I stopped the Black Lives Matter only because this paper talked to me this morning. Um, that little headline of that next section in that book that I'm using as my altered book, and I I just wanted to. Don't ask me why I painted that blue. It was the wrong step in the wrong order. Anyhow, um, I just wanted to do a change. I don't have to feel like I have to explain myself. Why am I using these little monsters? Because I've been watching Little Raven Inc. in Australia do her little monsters out of washi tape, and she's famous for those little monsters. And I had monsters on the brain, and they're not monsters or little creatures or whatever. And I'm just doing amoeba like shapes because I don't know how to do anything else, and I don't put all the beautiful facial, you know, characteristics like she does or other people do because I don't have that kind of talent. Mine are getting little tiny stabilo all eyeballs, and we're calling it good from there. um, so it's just an exercise and fun and doing something that I don't normally do. Stretching my boundaries, stretching my imagination a little bit that I more than I have lately. I've gotten in that book and I've kind of got stuck in that book. Um, and I'm enjoying every minute of it, but I just felt like doing something different. And I felt like, I don't normally do this and I'm not a good a good creator of this kind of stuff where you do a lot of mixed media. So, hey, let's do it and film it and put it out there into the world. Okay. It's just a way to, do something different. Keep my creative juices moving every day is what I feel like I need to do and I want to do. That helps me. And I felt like doing something different. I will say these little paper flakes or whatever they're called, I chose to do green because this person lives in South America, and I stereotypically always think, even though she's in a huge city, um, gigantic city, probably more than the population of my entire state. I'm sure it is actually. Uh, I just decided to do it in green, and these were paper flakes that have a very oriental watercolor feel. Um, that's what they are. But I felt like they were jungly, and when I say South America anywhere, it's automatic jungle comes to my mind. I get the jungle fever when I think of South America. So I did cut out my little shapes, and then I photocopied them and shrank them in size because I knew they wouldn't all fit on there. And that's what I'm doing now, cutting out my photocopies. Um, and nobody has arms except for this one right here. I guess I'm gonna have to draw those in. Oh well, more fun. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so I cut out my title and started gluing the background of the mixed media section or the undercoating of it in the background. Yeah, the background. And I'm going into my scrap drawer and just pulling stuff out. There's no color coding to it. There's post-its involved. There's jelly plates. There's book plates. There's marbling. There's music notes. Uh, paint, paint scrapes. It is all of the above. And I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but that's what I'm doing. And I felt like I had a good color mishmash, but now it needed yellow because I love yellow. To me, yellow brightens up everything. And then I started making a few little marks, and I don't know if I do these right. I don't know if there is a right or a wrong. I just put some where I thought they might need a little bit. And then I'm going to matte medium all that down so that it doesn't disappear or come unglued uh, down the road. And okay. So while everything dries, it's time to give some of these characters some eyeballs. Now, Kurti, yours got divided between an eyeball per foot. I don't know why. I'm now noticing that as I edit this.
ooh, don't know if that was the right thing to do. I don't know if there's any wrong way to do this. And it's just a general characterization. So here comes some white paint to back everything up a little bit.
All right, I'm going to check in with you. I'm 3/5 of the way done, I think. Cortesia got her dancing feet mounted on her background. I don't know if I needed to do this, except that I wanted everybody to represent who they are. And this kind of represents, to me, I mean, very stereotypical green South America. Amy Tangerine is a big tangerine with yellow and orange washi tape. Diane Reevely is lots of red for her bright red hair always, and her washi tape. Dina Wakely is blue and greens because she's such a snorkeler, not scuba diver, and it represented water to me. Tula Pink, her name, Pink, but I kind of tried to do a lot of pink washi tape / a little bit of sewing washi tape. She's a fabric designer that I really like, and her colors are graphic, and this represented graphic stuff to me. And she's going to have a little needle and thread in her hand. She doesn't know it yet, but she is. So I think I have to paint their legs. They're all going to have black legs. Just because it's unifying, and I don't know. It just seems like the right thing to do. I don't know. And that they may stay like they are because they all have book text pages, legs, and that might work. I got to put little arms on them. Some of them have, Tula's the only one with her arms still. I put the, whatchamacallit, gel medium over the top of it, and then I let that dry pretty good, and then I put white on top of that to kind of back some of that off. And right, wrong, whatever, I don't know. That's just what it felt like it needed to have done. And now I'm trying to figure out how I want these guys on here. And I still have to get this Gallery of Memories on here from the book, which was the page I turned to in my altered book this morning as I was getting ready to do 3 more Black Lives, female Black artists in my page. And I'm like, hold on. And 2 years ago, maybe, Courtney Diaz in Australia, who I have always liked, she did washi tape people, like her little monster that she's popular for. So I kind of just drew little blobby shapes and made little monsters, washi tape monsters, out of all these people. Now, I do have some stamps. I got another box of those things, and it's called the Fred Factor. I guess it's kind of like Uncle Fred. It's all stamps. 100 replicas of stamps, not real stamps. But everybody has their own stamp. Now, that might be a little too much stuff going on here. I picked Island for Curti, because she's from an island. Arizona, Dina Wakely, she lives there. The Orient for Amy Tangerine, because she's of Oriental descent. The Queen of England for Diane Reevely. And why do I have Australia for Tula Pink? Oh, she's a very, very popular quilt fabric designer in Australia. That's a huge part of her fan base. First or second to the U.S. Now, I have panda bears here. Why do I have panda bears? Don't know. Okay. And I even have a journal card here that says currently. That might end up in here, because this is life right now, surviving 2020. And in that box of stamps, I found a beaver stamp from Norway. If you don't know, we had a huge beaver issue on our side of the cove last summer. It's on the other side of the cove this summer. And He's around here. I have not seen him. One day I did one journal session. I did the beaver diaries, and I watched that beaver every morning swim past our dock and got it on camera a lot. Old videos. Go back. Last summer sometime. So, okay. Going back to fast forward. This is theoretically what it might look like, and then have to add in some more Stabilo to kind of bring in their arms, those that are missing arms, a spool of thread for Tula Pink, or needle and thread. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if there's a wrong way to do mixed media. It's kind of like I'll mix it in. So here we go. We're going to go fast forward again.
So in hindsight, this was fun. This was a good exercise for me to completely stretch my boundaries for the day. And that's really all I wanted to accomplish. And I feel like I did. I stretched my boundaries. I let loose. And I think some days you just gotta let loose.
Well, I'm pretty close to being done. I'm afraid that if I keep going, it's just going to get worse. Can't say that I love it at all. Let's just put everybody's names here. Dina. Where could we put Diane here? Diane. Tula. Amy. And Kurti. These are my galleries of memories for the first 6 months of the year. I don't know if I like it. Oh, have I done it enough? I don't know. It was fun. It was an experiment. Don't know if I have to do it again. Got that out of my system for a little while. Theoretically. Why do I say theoretically all the time? I don't know. I do. Because I always change my mind. So I never have a solid... You know what we didn't do? There are no... there's no stickers. These are glued, theoretically. Here we go again. There's no stickers. There's no stencils, which I'm not a massive stencil person. I like them. I have them. I don't have to have stencils and everything. Jury's still out. It was fun. I might photocopy this since it's so thick to put it in my altered book. And then I can have that addiction leave my body for the near future. That technique and that process. Okay, thanks for watching. Back to Black Lives Matters tomorrow. Yeah.